Hello, it's Rob McDermott from Speedcast here. Today I'm going to unbox a new top-of-the-range Starlink Performance Gen 3 antenna and show you what's inside the box. Okay, so first of all we're going to open the box by tearing this easy tear-off strip. And let's see what's inside. So inside the box you get a very nice, very nicely packaged, very solidly, and here is the antenna. So the actual kit got an aluminium body, aluminum for my friends, and what you see is there's one connector which is one of the new push connects, and then there's some very solid mounting bolts for the mounting kits. Turn it over, we have the protection on the face plate, and we also have instructions on how to set it up. So just put that over there. So here is the unit. It's a very, very solid feeling, and it's not as it's quite a hefty and substantial unit, and definitely a little bit bigger than some of the other antennas like the Starlink Mini. Okay, then once we've taken out of the kit, we have here the new power supply. This power supply actually has a AC input. So we have an AC input and we also have a DC input. So this power supply can run off AC or DC. And then on this side we have the network connection. Now one thing about the performance antenna is you don't have a router that comes with it or a Wi-Fi. You just got the one network connection. So if you want to have Wi-Fi, you'll need to provide your own Wi-Fi router or purchase the Starlink Gen 3 Wi-Fi router. Or if you're in more of a production environment and you're going into a different router or switch, you would connect in here. And then you also have the connection. So this is actually power over Ethernet that goes out to the antenna unit itself. We get with that a 25-meter cable with a new click connector for connecting to the antenna. We have our Ethernet cable, and then you've got two power supply options. We have the DC power supply, power cable with the two DC connectors, and then we get a standard AC power connector. So let's take a closer look at the back of the Performance Gen 3 antenna. So firstly, as you can see, it's a solid aluminium body, and then as the body is actually used as a heat sink, this means it can operate in an environmental temperature range, operating temperature range of minus 40 degrees Celsius up to 60 degrees Celsius. So a very nice wide temperature range for this unit. You also notice that we have some very solid bolt holes for the mounting. This means that, obviously with a good mount, you actually get much better wind resistance than we have with the other antennas, rated all the way up to 170 miles per hour, which is very significant. And then I wanted to show a closer look at the connector. So when the unit is not actually connected, it's rated to IP68. And then when you actually have the connector in, the rating it goes to IP69. Now, what's really nice about this connector, it's a custom connector from Starlink. You see that we have a line on the connector and a line on the socket. In order to connect this, you just line up the two lines and you push it in and it clicks in and you've got a solid connection. And then to disconnect, all you do is twist and pull. As standard, the unit comes with a 25-meter cable connection between the power supply and the kit. If you need a longer cable run, you can, as an option, purchase a 50-meter cable kit. As you can see, a lot more cable, 50 meters of it. 50 meters is the maximum that you can actually run between the power supply and the terminal itself. So 50 meters is your maximum, and that's because it's a power over Ethernet connection. As all the power is running over the cable, you can't have longer lengths because it would be too much of a power drop. Now you may have noticed that the unit didn't come as standard with any mounting adapters. You can buy separately a pipe adapter, which is what I have here. And then when you actually have the pipe adapter, you just open it up. We have our instructions. And then once again, we have a very solid adapter. And then, as I've kind of mentioned before, this will just slot in here. You've got the bolts to bolt it in, and then you've got your pipe adapter, and then this gives you a very solid mount that's got a very high degree of wind resistance. If you don't want the pipe adapter, you can then actually get a kickstand that goes with this, and then there's also other options such as car mounts, etc. There's a number of mounting options on the market. The key thing is that you have a very solid connection to the antenna itself. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us.